I think it's deep. I think that Trump has opened the lizard portal, and I think you should share that. Why can't that be a little thing of information that you spread around a little bit? Just walk up to somebody like, say, Maron said the lizard portal's open, and people be like, what the fuck are you talking about? And you're like, I don't know, but it sounds scary. It sounds real. It sounds like it's happening. The lizard portal? Yup, the lizard portal is open. Saw a coyote out during the day. That's not right. They're nighttime monsters. You can tell me the lizard portal isn't open? It is, and day coyotes are among us. And you're going to say that's not a fucking problem? That's not a harbinger of what's happening? Our state is on fire right now. It's on fire all the time. Every year, California is on fire to the point where it's just the way it is. 2 weeks ago, my friend Lynn said, aren't the fires a little late this year? How is that something you say? Like it's a season. It kind of is a season. Once a year, if you live in California, you're like, ah, fuck, there are ants and shit's burning. Must be summer. So they are late this year. And it's crazy, man. We just kind of live with it. And they're worse and worse. And, you know, like you get those panicky calls from friends and relatives on the East Coast. Like my mother will call from Florida. Hi, are you okay? Yeah? What are you talking about? The fires. Oh, shit. Yeah, they're not by me. Did they say where they are on the news where you are? Where? Oh, shit, that is kind of by me. Hi. Hold on a second. I'm going to take a look out my front door here. Oh, shit, Ma. I got to call you back. I can see the fires. They're like right here. Yeah, I got to call you back. I got to get a selfie with these fires. Fire's getting close. Hashtag ouchie. Hashtag end times. Hashtag Los Angeles 2019. It's happening. Yeah, I don't know what it's going to take to get everybody, you know, to get, like, you would think at this point that we'd, like, haven't we been entertained enough? Weird thing for me to say, but Jesus. Like, isn't there something that could bring everyone together and just realize, like, we've got to put a stop to, like, almost everything? Right? Oh, my God, what would it take? Something terrible. That's what brings people together. Nothing good. Occasionally a concert outdoors. But that never really goes anywhere. It's gotta be something bad and big. Get everyone to fucking snap out of this whatever it is, trance of like, I think we do it adaptively. I think it's sort of like, oh, you know, I'm doing what I can in my life. Well, that's not enough. You know, I don't know what it'll take. Was the sky have to catch on fire? Would that do it? If we all walked outside and like, oh, we fucked it. Fucking sky's on fire. God damn it. I knew we were in trouble, but fuck, it made the jump from land to sky. This is bad. One guy standing there, it's not on me, man. I brought my bags. Some other dude in the back going, Hannity says this is normal. What the fuck are you talking about? I watched Hannity today. He summed it up, man. He said the sky caught fire, I think in India, 1902, burned for 3 days, and it rained for like a month. So don't believe the libtard spin on this. What are you talking about? Burning sky's good for America. What does that even mean? A lot of jobs in a burning sky. That doesn't even make sense, stupid. Jews set the sky on fire. Yeah, of course they did. I knew it would get to that. Then some other doughy guy just standing there, maybe in his little baseball hat going, come on, Iron Man. Come on, Iron Man. This is your time. I know you're real. My mother is still alive, and, sorry, wrong tone. I'm blessed to have my mother still with me. Better? No, you know, she's still around. That's good. And I think she's part of it, you know, the whole end thing. It's weird, no matter how old they get. I'm 56. You know, my mom's still around, got all her mental things. She's all good upstairs physically. She's doing great. But they can, you know, they can still fuck your day up. At any age, surprise you. Like I got a text about a month or so ago from my mother in the middle of a nice day, all caps. I wish we could do your childhood over. With a little baby bottle emoji. What does that even mean? What is that? Like, I didn't even know what that, like, what was the tone of that? Was it, I didn't know if she was being contrite, you know, or nostalgic. Like, was she taking responsibility for whatever caused me to do this for a fucking living? or was she just sort of reflecting and like, we were friends when you were 4. I don't know if you remember that. Either way, I responded with, I don't think I can handle it, with this emoji. But she's part of the end, I think. She's part of the unfolding. She's part of the prophecy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And I call her up, and I'm like, hi, Mom. She's like, hi, Mark. How's it going? Good. So glad you called. How are you? I'm good. What are you doing? You know, the stuff. That's good. How about you? Everything good? Yup. What have you been doing? We went to that restaurant that we took you to when you were here. The one you always go to? Yes. They give you too much food. Okay. What else is going on? This happened like a couple months ago. My mother said this out of nowhere. She goes, I have to go, Mark. I have to go feed my iguanas. And I said, what? She goes, my iguanas. I have to feed them. I love you. Bye. My mother doesn't have iguanas. And I thought, this is her. This is it. She's starting to go, right? But then I thought, wait, maybe it's like senior sex code. You know what I mean? Maybe there was a couple of octogenarian men sitting on her sofa in their boxers going, when's this going to happen? Is it going to happen? You can laugh at that. She's my mother. She can, you don't have to respect her. She can take the hit. She likes to be talked about. She does. When she hears that joke, all she'll say is that necessary? But iguanas, man. I did a Google search on South Florida and iguanas. Yeah. Turns out there's a massive iguana problem in South Florida. They're all over the place. They're out of control. They're eating through power lines or showing up in cars and homes. There's literally iguanas fucking everywhere. So yes, the lizard portal is open. All over the world. And on every one of those websites where I looked at the iguana issue, you know what it says? Please do not feed the iguanas. But my mother has taken it upon herself to, I assume she thinks she's feeding the same few iguanas every day out behind her house, like they're her friends. She's just down there going like, look, this is some food from the restaurant we took my son to when he was here. They give you so much food. I hope you enjoy it. Look at your tongue. Look at the tongue. Look at the tongue. Now, and if that isn't written somewhere in the prophetic books, when the aging Jewish witch feeds the dinosaurs off her deck, the return of the Christ is upon us. I believe it's in Revelation, and I just want to say, that's my mommy, and I'm proud of her.
I travel a lot. I do comedy. I got nothing to complain about, really. You know, it's a good job. You know, I will admit that occasionally I have to get up early. Again, not complaining. But when I have to get up early, it's to do a morning radio show. I have to enter a morning zoo, a morning radio situation. That's kind of tricky. I'm sure you're familiar with morning radio. Generally, the morning radio format, there's a main guy, there's a laughing guy, and there's a baffled and shocked woman. That's the classic setup. If I was to do just a sound impression of morning radio, it would be, brr, 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 brr. Oh, fellas. So, here's the story. I was in Cleveland. Let's make it Cleveland. Doesn't matter, all right? I was in Cleveland. I had to get up at 5:30 for morning radio. Now, I don't care what you do or what your life is or who you are. 5:30 is bullshit. It's bullshit if you wake up for it. It's bullshit if you've been up all night for it. What is 5:30? Is it night? Is it day? It's bullshit. Of course, if you've been up all night for it, you probably have other problems. All right? If you see 5:30 happen, there's a 90% chance you're going to be saying to some other guy in the room, should we call the guy and get more? 90% chance. And then that guy will say, no, man, it's morning. And you'll say, I need a breakfast bump. Don't be an asshole. And he'll say, you have a fucking drug problem. And I'll say, fuck you, I have a drug problem? I just listened to you talk about your guitar for 4 hours. You're going to tell me I have a drug problem, asshole? In my apartment? Get out. I'm calling the guy. Sorry, flashback. I apologize. All right, so here's what happens. I get up at 5:30 to do morning radio. I wake up, I'm groggy, I'm barely awake, all right? I'm half awake. Let's go with that, half. And I realize I've forgotten my toothbrush, all right? So some part of me says, what's wrong with you, you idiot? You forgot your toothbrush? You're a professional traveler. What are you, a moron? How could you forget your toothbrush? And the other part of me is like, hey, why don't we stop yelling? I just woke up. And the other part of me is like, you shut up, you idiot. This is on you. You forgot it. And the other part of me is like, really, you got to relax. And then a voice I don't recognize goes, oh, fellas. And I'm like, oh, my God, am I there already? Am I there already? And then I realized, all right, if I call the front desk, if you call the front desk of a hotel, they will, and ask them for a toothbrush, they'll give you like half a toothbrush. It's not a real toothbrush, it's like a facsimile of a toothbrush, but it'll get you through until you get to a drugstore to get a real toothbrush. But part of you will think like, why do they even give these out? They're not even real toothbrushes. Another issue, another joke. Now, so I call up the front desk at 5:30. You know what, let's make it a few minutes later, because I know some of you might be out there thinking, well, you woke up at 5:30, you had the conversation with yourself, that must have taken a few minutes. So, if we're going to believe the credibility of this story, you might want to up the minute count on the phone call, or else it's sort of bullshit, am I right? All right, so 5:36, I call the front desk of the hotel. No one answers the phone. That's a lonely feeling. Why is there no one answering the phone at the front desk of a hotel? There's always supposed to be someone at the front desk of a hotel. What's happening down there? That's weird. What was weirder was my first thought when no one answered the phone at the front desk was, oh, fuck, zombies. All right, this was a real fear. I was not trying to make myself laugh. It was a genuine fear in that moment. I don't know what that says about us as a people, as a culture, that I had a genuine fear of zombies. But I know it was genuine because there were thoughts that followed, and those thoughts were, how many more are left like me? Should I be stockpiling food? Do I need a weapon of some kind? And then I remember distinctly taking a deep breath and thinking, I'm not prepared to lead. I sure hope there's an alpha male out there with a rudimentary sense of tribalism that can lead me and a multi-ethnic crew of frightened people through this post-apocalyptic zombie landscape, or I'm food. I'm food. I'm food in like 5 minutes if that guy's not out there. And then right in the middle of all this thinking, a woman picks up the phone and says, hello, can I help you? I'm sorry to keep you waiting. And I said, what's going on down there? And she said, sir. And I said, why didn't you answer the phone? Are we in trouble? And she said, no, sir, can I help you with something? I had other calls. I said, I need a fucking toothbrush. And she said, there's no reason for that language, sir. I'll send one up. And I said, no zombies. Now, I realized in that moment that I had said that out loud to a human being. So I had to regroup somehow. And I went with, sorry, I got to do radio. Like that should explain it to a person that doesn't know my life.